labor laws.
Yes.
Laws that I'm interested in.
Mm-hmm. And also, so like, it's the irony of how all this is time that abortions are banned because teenage girls are too immature to get abortions, right? Didn't a judge say that?
Yeah.
Right. We have kids being trained in homeschool to be Nazis.
Oh yeah.
And we're also trying to make it illegal for kids to be trans or get any sort of gender. This is all to protect the children. Do you know what else protects children, William?
I want to know.
In Virginia, if you're a Republican, you think that lowering the minimum wage protects children.
They don't think no.
They know.
And that's the thing. That's why they can't say yes, because they know.
According to Delegate Daniel Marshall, Republican from Roanoke,
Delegate Daniel.
Delegate Daniel.
Yeah, right.
HB 1669 was inspired by a conversation with a local business owner. His concern is not so much what the minimum wage is today, Marshall said. He's worried about when it inches up to $15 an hour.
Oh, cool. I love stupid bullshit like this.
So they want to lower the minimum wage for children.
Yes.
Because it's not $15 an hour yet.
Because they saw what Jack Sparrow would call an opportune moment.
It's a chance to do good for us boys. Just call us NWA, Neighbors with Appetizers.
Marshall says that businesses can't afford to pay higher wages for someone who comes into a business at less than the age of 18 with a small skill set.
See?
So they're once again admitting capitalism doesn't work. What we're doing here is we're just limiting the pay to $9 for those 18 and below. $9 an hour.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because, well, you just said capitalism doesn't work. That's what workers are for, silly.
Yes.
Jesus Christ.
Under current Virginia law, the state minimum wage of $12 applies to workers over the age of 16 unless they're a student and work less than 20 hours a week or fall under other exceptions. So they already get paid less than the minimum wage, and you want to lower it again? From $12 to $9 an hour.
What? Yeah, the company can't run on like 12.
Mm-hmm. You can't pay people $12 an hour.
Okay, well, think about it, like that's $3 more an hour per person on the shift. And then, like, the company, like, they have to pay them health insurance, right?
Yes.
Yeah, 401ks.
Sure.
All that stuff is happening.
Sure. Yeah, all that's happening.
Match.
Mm-hmm.
401k match.
Mm-hmm.
You know that.
Nobody except Marshall gave public testimony in favor of the bill.
Why
right?
not?
Which is, like, also hilarious. So he got the idea because he spoke to one business owner, proposed the bill, and then didn't let anyone else talk at the hearing. Okay.
What are they going to say at the hearing that can refute such a strong argument? Like,
if you manual laborers would work as hard as the owners, you wouldn't be poor now, would you?
Felix Hedberg, a Virginia high school student, told 8 News that the proposal devalued the work she and other youth workers did. We're getting punished for showing initiative. I think that the paid minimum wage should be the same as an adult minimum wage. Well, yeah. I mean, actually, she's not wrong. You are decentivizing them from working.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what's going on there. And then also they note that $12 an hour in January 2020 is about $10.41 an hour now. So we look at the erosion of inflation for working families. That's one of the reasons we're against HB 1669. And of course, they go on to note that many teenagers have to work for one reason or another. So, lowering wages is also protecting kids, right? So keep that in mind. But the best way to protect kids is what they're doing in Iowa. Where they have a new bill that is proposing rolling back child labor laws to allow 14-year-olds to work in mines and meatpacking plants.
Hey, I want 14-year-old Nazis in mines.
I would love it if they sent the Nazis to the mines. As long as it's Nazis, I support this endeavor.
It is Ohio.
According to the existing state law, those under the age of 18 in Iowa are prohibited from doing dangerous jobs such as working in slaughterhouses, operating power-driven metal forming, punching, or shearing machines, and being involved in roofing operations and demolition work. But the new bill, sponsored by Republican State Senator Jason Schultz, Senate File 167, wants to amend a section of Iowa's code on child labor to allow teens to work in these prohibited jobs participated in work-based learning or employer-administered work-related programs. While many of the jobs previously forbidden to teens would remain prohibited under state law, those between 14 and 17 could prove the activity will be performed under adequate supervision and training. Okay. And also notes that the terms and conditions of the proposed employment will not interfere with the health, well-being, or schooling of the minor in the approved program. So y'all telling me that working in a mine does not impact one's health and well-being?
We're 40.
Yes.
If we live to be 60,
Yeah.
we're gonna see the cultural zeitgeist and the conventional wisdom, that particular Overton window is going to shift to where, like, you know, the discourse around McDonald's is kind of the flagship, but they basically mean customer service, low-end, low-skilled work. This will be called that now.
Low-skilled work.
Yeah. Because they're not going to want to raise the wage once they become adults.
Right.
And over a period of 2 decades, they will find a way to keep it at $9. And those that are like, there's no way they could do that. How long has it been $7.25?
Exactly.
You think they can't hold the 9? They can hold the 9, especially if, like, that petrodollar gets fucked up with Saudi Arabia. They have an excuse now.
Yes.
To
And
hold the 9.
don't worry, it gets worse. Under the new bill, working in freezers and meat coolers, previously forbidden occupations, would be allowed to 14 and 15-year-olds. Teens between 16 and 17 would be allowed to serve alcohol to people on the premises of a building when they receive written permission of a parent or legal guardian. So now they're letting kids be bartenders. Have you ever seen, just hypothetically, because I've seen it in real life, you've probably seen it in real life too, have you ever seen someone at a bar get real fucking belligerent when they get cut off and threaten the bartender? What if your bartender is a 16-year-old girl?
Well, that's why females should be in the house.
What if your bartender's a 16-year-old boy?
Now we're going to see if he's a man. We're going to find out who is whomst.
Teens could also work hours later into the night if the bill is passed. On top of that, this is the cherry on top, Senate File 167 would also free businesses from civil liability if a teen gets sick, injured, or killed due to company negligence. Let me just scroll back up for a second.
Yes.
Where did it go?
Speak it.
Under the proposed bill, the activity will be performed with adequate supervision and training, and the terms and conditions of the proposed employment will not interfere with the health, well-being, or schooling of the minor. We get to the bottom of the article, and they said, what?
Yeah.
If a teen gets sick, injured, or killed on the job due to company negligence, the business would only be liable for gross negligence, harder to prove in court. So they said that, no, we're going to make it safe for you. Also, if you die on the job, it's your fault.
Yeah, because that's how safe it is. That it has to be your fault.
The bill has received backing from several fellow party members in the GOP-controlled Iowa House and business groups, but the president of the Iowa Federation of Labor, the AFL-CIO, Charlie Wishman, has condemned the bill as reprehensible. He said, this is just crazy. A kid can still lose an arm in a work-based learning program, he told the Des Moines Register. He also told Newsweek, for us, this bill undermines the basic recognition child labor should be limited and safe. He's the safe and rare of abortions, but for child labor. Let kids be...
Wait a second. I want child deaths on the job to be safe, legal, and rare.
Yeah.
No back alley child deaths.
No back
We
alley
want kids to die the institutional way.
Institutional way. Let the kids be kids. There are plenty of job opportunities right now for kids to gain experience and learn responsibility without putting them in danger or compromising their academic success. Let kids be kids. There's plenty of job opportunities for kids. That's not kids being kids, you jackass! Let the kids be kids means let them go fucking play. Let me send them to work.
What, back in my day, a kid would go mow the lawn, and that's work. They go out and they mow the lawn for $5 for their neighbor.
He added, okay, I actually approve of this. He added, there are answers to the state's workforce problems, and it's not hiring children to do adult jobs. It's better pay, benefits, and working conditions for adults that can make Iowa an attractive place to live and work. Wishman said the consequences of allowing children to work in meatpacking plants or operate heavy machinery could and most likely would be disastrous. You can still be killed, maimed, or injured even if something is under the guise of a work-based learning program.
Yeah, as far as like adding on to the idea of like a place that makes people want to live and work, you want to attract working peoples that can afford to move, right? You're trying to attract working class people that can afford to move. Think about what you're doing there.
Yeah.
But let's pretend that exists. You want to attract them there. 14-year-olds don't just pick up and move.
They do not.
There's a lot of prohibitions, bunch of red tape, and I realize as I say these words, Marjorie Taylor Greene and Matt Gaetz are working on that.
They are.
God damn. And that's not even like that. It's not an official thing I said. That's just sort of nihilistic leftist speculation. Casually said, flippantly said, no way anyone would work on anything like that, especially not the McPublican Party.
Definitely not the Republican Party. So from the party of let's protect the children, this is what they're doing. They're trying to lower wages and put kids into mines and meatpacking plants.
To protect them from employment, yes.
To protect them from unemployment.
Yeah, you want unemployed kids?
Yes.
Broke-ass kid?
I do. Yes, I do want unemployed kids.
So in a world where we all want kids, right? Kids are the future, are adorable and lovely. They have new personalities. They create culture, kids do, right? But you also don't want no scrubs.
Right.
A scrub is a kid that can't get no love from me. All right? Reading out his damn school books.
Why?
Growing up to be a crook. How about you come work for me?
No.
All right? We don't want no scrubs.
No.
Not these kids.
No.
The adults are pigeons.
But yeah, so obviously everything's terrible with it, but I'm still stuck on this. Y'all keep letting Republicans claim that they're like the pro-life party and trying to protect children. Like, every fucking day they prove that is not going on. I don't know why everyone lets them be called what the fuck they want to be called.
There you go.
Yes.
What the fuck they want to be called.
I say the word fuck.
Because YouTube said, well, fuck it.